Right now, I just noticed that the tape that is rolling is the Samara tape, because we're not gonna die in
you're not
7
gonna make
days,
it.
right? Yeah, okay, we're fine.
It's fine. 7 days.
And
enjoy.
It's been 12 years since the last movie. In your opinion, why did the franchise took so long to come back?
I can imagine it was not easy for the producers to put together a story that they all support and they all like, because there is a lot of directions to go. And Rings 2, if you remember, ends, it's very focused on the possession of the kid and Rachel and Aidan. So to depart from that beginning and find the right direction is hard, and Hollywood especially takes time.
In all this time, the genre changed a lot, because the found footage maybe kind of took over, and all these other franchises from James Wan and all this Blumhouse. Do you see that you could benefit from it, or is it a challenge to do a horror movie that's Japanese style?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a challenge, because somehow the movie, I think, has like a classic flavor, like that makes it different to some of the ones that we are seeing now that I enjoy totally. So to keep that balance between the new horror that we are seeing lately and the classic horror of the first Ring has been quite a challenge, actually. I think we kind of handle it okay.
The movie takes place like 13 years after the first movie, is that right? What can you talk about the plot without revealing too much?
I would say that the plot of this one it's somehow like, let's say, a spin-off of the first one. So this movie goes directly to the core of what was going on with those kids in the university and extend the story like 15 years later. So what happened if that urban legend kind of was dormant for a while, and it comes back now to the university areas.
And of course, you get to play with Samara. It's a very iconic character. What kind of changes and things that you are not allowed to change in terms of visual, in terms of her looks?
I could play with visuals, but in this kind of movies that are very iconic, you cannot really change much about Samara. And Samara works beautifully still now, I think. So the modus operandi of Samara, what she does, and it's exactly the same one of the first one, the same pattern. And just like some of the upgrades of our Samara are mostly like based on the way she comes out or the images that she projects, that there's a bunch of new stuff in there. And I'm exploring the past of the character too. We have like the whole story is like a piece of the puzzle of the first Ring, that if you don't know about the first and the second, it's okay, you enjoy the movie. But if you know the first one and even the second one, you can put together the pieces and see, oh, okay, this is like a family tree of Samara, kind of. So, yeah.
And this is your first feature in the US, American feature. Did it turn out the way you planned it?
Yeah, it is quite different to working independent or working in Europe. It's always, you always try as a director, keep the as much as possible of your personal touch and make a movie that somehow has part of you and part of what all the team we believe on. And I think actually maybe if I do it, I will go even darker, because I'm from Spain and we are pretty fucked up there. I think it's a movie that still is pretty scary and fun and interesting to watch.
All right. Thank you very much, Javier.
Thank you.
There's no stopping her.
With the grace of the